for Malcolm. Real go-getter regardless of the outcome. Keep winning, living weren't an outcome. African king, get used to the album. Do it big like the real Rockefellers. Studio time while I spit acapellas. Regardless what they do, y'all, they can't stop the fellas. Still spinning, y'all, they can't stop propellers.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and low views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers or low views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now continuing on with the African hip hop, I'm going to now go to Kao Denero with Child of the Ghetto. It's been recommended to me a number of times over with a number of other tracks as well. The reason why I chose Child of the Ghetto is, number one, the title just represents a hell of a lot, and that's what sucks me in. And as you know, that I have already carried out a review, and I'm going to keep a number of reviews of Kao. So I hope this is bringing a different side to what I've carried out a reaction to. The other two tracks that I carried out was more of a diss track. So now I want to separate from that, because I don't believe a diss track shows your quality of what you're about and what your bars. It just shows that you're dissing somebody. It doesn't show. I don't think a diss track represents what you're about and should represent what you're about. So I'm expecting a lot more from this particular track that I'm going to carry a reaction to. What I'm understanding about the character on Kao Denero, that he represents a hell of a lot, and culturally, like I said, I haven't witnessed him actually swaggering. You know, he hasn't flossed himself, and when I'm saying flossing, that he's not the person that will. Yeah, he has a massive cigar, but I haven't yet seen him do a lavish hip hop track. Does that make sense? I've seen a number of other like Calligraph Jones. It's like he spent a hell of a lot of money in his videos, where Kao is more about home ground. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, it's more of home grounded. He will rather show a video about where he's from and his people and more about his people, rather than do a lavish video. So that's what I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please leave a message and your comments that if I'm onto something of that. Like I said, there's a different balance of what hip hop is in Africa. It's not just one simple bowl and hip hop just thrown into it. There's a different sets of kind of that I'm beginning to see, as well as different kind of styles and different way of people rapping. But there's different styles of what people's rapping about, and I believe that they're sticking to what they're rapping about. I don't see that one artist doing a mixture of what they're rapping. It's more. Correct me if I'm wrong anyway. I mean, am I getting somewhere or am I not getting somewhere? I think I still need more help in this, but the help that I'm getting so much is just been overwhelming. So please continue with that. If indeed this is your first time coming to my page, please subscribe and share my page. I would love to see my channel grow, and with you guys helping me grow, it will be absolutely amazing. Really, really, really would. I'm also on Instagram, Uncle Momo Music Reaction Channel. You can find me there. You can find me on Twitter as well, Uncle Momo. I have to say that all the artists, 95% of the artists that I've carried reviews to, I am in contact with. So I haven't yet had a response back from Kao. I have had a response back from Medical. I've had the response back from C-Mob. I've had a response from the Chimera guys. I've had a response back from Sherik Kabul as well. So it's growing. I should be copying it and showing you these messages and what I'm receiving from the particular artist, and I will do. Yeah, I should do actually, and I will do. Anyway, you know what we're here for. That's right. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Kao Denero, Child of the Ghetto. Can you dig it?
Mm-hmm. see us happy. Still a nigga classy. Still I'ma hold it down. The streets can never let me let go. So I keep on grinding, keep on surviving. Child of the ghetto.
Heart of a king, the soul of a Malcolm. Real go-getter regardless of the outcome. Keep winning, living want an outcome. African king, get used to the album. Do it big like the real Rockefellers. Studio time or I spit acapellas. Regardless what they do, y'all, they can't stop the fellas. Still spinning, y'all, they can't stop propellers. Coast to coast, now the name is popping. My flow set niggas free like the name of Cochrane. Trying to hold it back, yo, they can't just stop him. Victory, losing, never the option. Move clever with caution. Jumping gates and bridges, they head to citizens like the face of physics. The world we make it through the maze. Surviving, animals from the cage. Arriving.
Every other place we go, it's sad that the struggle follows. They pray the system trap me to never see us happy. Still a nigga classy. Still I'ma hold it down. The streets can never let me let go. So I keep on grinding, keep on surviving. Child of the ghetto.
The bread I pick, if I meet I take a niggas get jammed up, sing like Anita Baker. That's why I save my chips, they brave like this. Hustle around the clock till the late night shifts. Searching for loopholes, instead of getting the house, we buying them new clothes. Chains and watches, surviving them new foes. Spit knowledge, sick flow, remind them of Chris Wallace. Niggas saying mature, yo, they're too childish. People suffering to pay our way through college. Niggas getting killed there for few dollars. Sign of the metal, never supposed to make it as a child of the ghetto. That's why I pray to the Most High to empower the Denero. Every man for themselves, like feel like the jungle. Nobody know they help, man, but that's what you gon' do. Word up.
Every other place we go, it's sad that the struggle follows. They pray the system trap me to never see us happy. Still a nigga classy. Still I'ma hold it down. The streets can never let me let go. So I keep on grinding, keep on surviving. Child of the ghetto.
Survival of the fittest, never allow them to fit us. Spitting raw game, getting knowledge from the teachers. Some eat the classroom or hug the streets like them Snickers. Super magical, pumping shit through your speakers. Tell us stories what we've been through. We rulers, conquerors, plus we kings too. This ghetto life, nobody said it would be simple. Broke, they gon' get money, they all in your face like a pimple. I've seen it all, niggas rise and fall. Non-believers, God's name, I surprise they call. Ghetto pain never, my 6 feet tall. Niggas think they're giant, they only is 5 feet tall. Yeah, only the kings survive, man. Survival of the fittest, yo. Child of the ghettos. Ride.
Every other place we go, it's sad that the struggle follows. They pray the system trap me to never see us happy. Still a nigga classy. Still I'ma hold it down. The streets can never let me let go. So I keep on grinding, keep on surviving. Child of the ghetto.
So all the niggas locked up. Everybody going through situations. We gon' hold it down, y'all. All the ghettos all around the world.
Child of the ghetto.
Stand up.
Ghetto.
We out.
So that was Kao Denero with Child of the Ghetto. Where do I start? Let's break this down a little bit. First of all, the situation of the video, where it's been filmed. It seems to me that majority of his, I'm going to look into it, I think majority of his music videos is set upon the the actual area. He wants you to see where he's from. And regardless, he wants you to see and feel where he's coming from. So when you hear his rap, you're not only hearing, but you're seeing what he's talking about as well. Whereas, if you go over to the other side of things, let's say, how can I put it? I wouldn't say the modern rap, but what's the rap culture of where it is right now, where it stands for? Is it showing less of that? Is it more about the designer clothes and what you've got and the money that you're making, and forgetting more about exactly where you're coming from? So is that what I'm seeing? Is that the balance? So Kao Denero represents more of the people and more of the people's struggle, and he's still there. He represents that he's just round the corner, and I'm not saying all rappers are like that, don't get me wrong. It's just from what I'm seeing and the research that I've done so far, it looks like that there's a different kind of set and style of hip hop and the rap of hip hop. I'm not saying that Kao Denero represents modern hip hop. He is definitely there, and he's definitely at the forefront of what hip hop stands for in Africa. Like I said, he's an OG, but I don't think he's an OG. I mean, even though yes, you respect him as OG, but he's certainly an OG that's present. If that makes sense. Normally, when you cater for somebody who's an OG, they're no longer in the game. They're no longer, they've hanged up their coat and they're just relaxing and they're retiring and they're watching the young pups go up. But I think so in Africa, I think OG certainly represents something much more than just being OG, because you're still in the game and you're still representing and making sure that these young up and coming artists, and indeed some of them are present within the limelight, just to make sure that they are grounded and home grounded and not forgetting where they come from and not forgetting the people that are still struggling to try and get up to where they are. I think that's the reason why the likes of Kenny Jones and Sakwe had made that the video with the gangs. I mean, you know, with their crew. It's interesting to find out if Kao Denero has done that as well. I've heard that he has, so I'm going to look out for that one. I've got a list of things to look out for, so it's not like I am. It's not like I haven't been aware of the information hasn't come in of what to look at. I'm looking through it. It's just been overwhelming of the information that I've got. So one by one, I'm going through that list. So please bear with me on that one. But as I'm gradually understanding, it's not just like I said, it's not like a one bowl, because there's different styles and rapping in Africa. So there should be same thing over in America. There's different styles of rapping and different cultural rapping. There's different kind of sets of rapping. Do you understand? So to put that in a bowl is unfair. You can't say, for me, you can't say is. Well, you can say is Kenny Jones better than is Kenny Jones better than Sakwe? Sakwe better than Kao, and so forth and so forth. But if you break it down, I believe that they're representing different things. If that makes sense. If there's all rapping about the same things, then you can have a balance and say, okay, you can see who's the best or who's the best rapper and all that stuff. But I think they're representing different things, and that only comes from the background of where they're coming from. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. I still need more to go through, more to understand. But that's what I'm getting at the moment. But it's been very, very interesting so far. So please keep the comments coming. I know Kao Denero stands in his own right. He's a massive tree in his own I'm not saying a massive tree. Wrong saying. Yeah, he is. He's a massive. For me, he's a massive oak tree with many branches, and his roots are firmly solid into his ground. So I'm expecting to be educated, not surprised, but to be educated with Kao. Definitely, I do listen to his bars. It's absolutely brilliant what he's saying, and the way how his delivery. It is, and all of you know that. That's why you represent him. But I believe that what I'm going to get from Kao is to be educated. The other rappers, Calligraph, I see more of entertainment values with Calligraph, if that makes sense. But with Kao, is more of, yes, you get the education, the entertainment value, but I think he wants more than that. Much more than that. He wants his lyrics to be in your mind. He wants his lyrics just like when you come away from it, it's a think factor. It's like, wow, he said so much things. Wow, you know, that kind of thing. And I think with like the Calligraph, it's more of an entertainment value. You're coming away thinking, wow, this is that's a great track, rather than you've learnt something or of knowledge of something. But that's what I'm getting. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. But take nothing away from Mr. Denero. He's an absolute brilliant artist, and I'm sure there's I'm going to continue saying that as more and more tracks that I'm beginning to review and find out. So for that reason, sir, I salute you. Great tracks.
And keep on surviving, child of the ghetto.
Survival of the fittest, never allow them to fit us. Spitting raw game, getting knowledge from the teachers. Some eat the classroom or hug the streets like them Snickers. Super magical, pumping shit through your speakers. Telling stories what we've been through. We rulers, conquerors, plus we kings too. This ghetto like nobody said it will be simple. Broke, they gon' get money, they all in your face like a pimple. I've seen it all, niggas rise and fall. Non-believers, God's name, I surprise they call. Ghetto pain never, my side.